Hey, hey,
Hey Mo, what's up?
nada mucho.
Not a
Feeling fresh,
mucho.
feeling fresh off the Philly, Kamala Harris, Tim Walz campaign rally. I
Hey,
did not
hey.
go because I hate that venue, but
You should have
uh,
gone.
hell no, my friend
You
went,
could have
but
reported back.
no,
First
I rather
person
die.
experience.
No,
Oh,
no, I hate that
well, it
venue
is
so.
Philly, so just kidding. Let me stop.
Wait, we have the U.S. Mint, girl. Hush.
Okay. You always say, well, we got the US Mint.
It's a joke now.
I know. I remember the first time you said that, and I was like, what?
How you doing?
I'm okay. I just got back from Vegas. Spent
How
about
was that?
5 days. Very good. I don't know. I was very lucky this trip, so I usually am not. So it was a very good trip. Had fun.
Lucky how?
Cha-ching. You know,
Nice. Made some
yeah,
money.
a
I guess
monthly, yeah, some
you are.
cash, some coins.
I always feel like Vegas is so ratchet. I never really enjoy it, but I guess if you're out there doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, I don't do Vegas like people do Vegas though. Like I'm old. Like I feel like I grew up in Vegas. Like my
Yeah,
parents, I grew up in SoCal. We went to Vegas almost every weekend.
yeah,
Um, so when I do Vegas, I'm not trying to be, out in the clubs. I don't do that. Like, we
yeah.
did that when we were
Oh,
younger, right?
yeah.
But
Do you
yeah,
see
I
Cirque
just,
du Soleil? You see comedy shows,
not, yeah, we do comedy shows, have a nice dinner,
get
go
a
to
massage
sleep at a
with the
reasonable
spa,
hour, get a massage. Yes, chill. We're not trying to be out on the strip.
eat them
We're not
buffets,
trying
tear them buffets
to,
up.
yeah, yeah, and just rest, you know?
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah. So it was nice, but back to life.
Back to life. Did you watch the
Back
rally?
to reality. Did I what? I caught the tail end. I caught Tim Walz talking, and introducing himself or whatever, and I really enjoyed that. I miss Kamala's stuff. I'm excited about
That
him.
was so generic.
Um, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't really get her piece.
Yeah, it was
Uh,
just generic, vague talking
Talking
points,
points.
except for once, like, she talked about LGBTQ rights, where she was pretty specific there, but
Mhm.
other than that, it was pretty vague.
I thought he did a great job. I was
Yeah,
texting you, and I was like, "Man, it felt like a halftime pep talk from a coach." Like, I was like, "Let's go. What do you
yeah,
need me to do? What do you need me to do?"
he was very relatable, I thought.
Yeah. So I found out this morning. You texted me this morning, to let me know who the pick was, and I was like,
Mhm,
"Who the heck is that?" Because I thought it was gonna be Shapiro.
same.
I think a lot of people were thinking that. I can see why it wasn't the choice, but, uh, so I did a deep dive. I'm like, "Who is this Tim Walz guy? What's going on?" But everything I've seen seems pretty. It's a solid pick, I think, to match
Yeah,
JD Vance, to, match
exactly.
what he's bringing.
Counter that,
So,
yeah.
yeah, small town, Midwestern.
Mhm, gun owning.
Yes. The NRA, supported him up until I don't even remember what point, and he took the coins, the money that the NRA put into his campaigns and donated it to, I think it was whatever the organization that came out of
Parkland?
Parkland after
Oh,
that shooting,
wow.
because his daughter was 17 when Parkland happened, and that hit
Damn.
him, in the
Yeah.
guts. So he changed his stance on that. Still Second Amendment supporting, but hey, like let's be smart about it.
Mhm.
So yeah, I like
Dang.
him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know anything about him so far, but so far so good. I mean, off of first glance,
Yeah.
he seems like a perfect pairing for her to help her get the Midwest and get like the centrist, the moderate vote. So
Mhm.
the undecided vote. So
Yeah.
this is looking promising. So let's see.
We shall see.
Yeah, we shall see. Well, we have a special guest. Looks like we have a dog coming on.
A dog. A Tom. Hey,
Dog,
puppy.
Carly Carl. Whoop, whoop,
Carl
whoop.
barks. That's cute. What's up, Carl barks?
How y'all doing tonight?
We great,
Okay.
Marksy. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties and can't get my camera working.
Oh,
It's
that
okay.
dog sounds good. He can talk. Okay.
Love a talking dog.
So what do you think, Carl
Say a vote,
Barks?
though.
What's
I
that?
am interested in the VP pick. Much better than the more popular pick that everybody was thinking in Shapiro.
Mm,
Um, I don't know. I'm from PA, so Shapiro, he's okay for PA, but I don't want him as a VP.
yeah.
Why? Why not?
I mean, you already have Kamala Harris, who's a prosecutor. In
Mhm.
my opinion, we don't need another prosecutor in the Oval Office. Um, and Waltz seems like he's more working class, like he has the whole teacher roots and everything like that. So it's just gonna be a different perspective that honestly Democrats haven't had in years because they've all been law students and
Hmm.
involved in government that way and not necessarily from educational.
Yeah. I think that's why he was such a great pick. I mean, all the stuff like he's 24-year veteran, which I think is huge, of the National Guard. He was a high school teacher, a football coach. He's just like real people. Like he's not
Yeah,
somebody that's, he didn't start in a
Relatable.
small town and then go to Yale Law School like JD Vance or whatever. I mean, when he says he's from a small town and he's, Midwestern values, like he represents that, it seems like. Um,
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. So I think that's cool. Yeah. I
And
don't know.
I think you mentioned earlier about, like, he can speak on the rights, like IVF and
Mm,
having gone through all of that. So that's something
yeah.
relatable to a lot of people. The
Yeah.
teaching thing is very relatable. Um,
I think he cares about the kids too. I've seen a lot of stuff, a lot of things that he's done for kids. And I like to see what the right does whenever Kamala has something that she puts out. And once she made this announcement, a lot of the on X and on Truth Social, they've been calling him Tampon Tim. And I'm
oh,
like, what's that about? And so I've been looking around and he made sure that in all the middle schools, I think it's grade 4 and up, that all the bathrooms are stocked with feminine like pads and tampons for the
that's
kids.
amazing.
And I'm like, well, that's very thoughtful because like, what if you start you know what I mean? Like, I think that's very thoughtful. And for a
Very
man to
thoughtful.
think that way, um, and I mean, whatever your politics are, he also has made it so that every student in public school in Minnesota has breakfast and lunch provided, regardless of if you can afford it or not,
Mhm.
whatever. Every kid. So there's no embarrassment
Yeah,
or
there's
whatever
free
involved.
lunch.
Yeah, it's what kids get. And so I mean, I don't know. He seems like a family type of person. Like if you want to talk about family values and putting, a focus on families, he seems like, he's very close with his wife and his 2 kids um and he cares about the kids. He's a teacher, you know.
And
So is
didn't
he. His wife's teacher too. So,
I think he just, I mean, I didn't see it, I just saw a headline, so I may be lying, but he, appointed the first Black, Chief Justice of the
mm,
Minnesota Supreme Court or something like that,
no, I don't know.
um, or the Minnesota courts.
Oh, we got people in here. If you're here, can you comment where you're from in the comments? We're just curious.
Yes, where are
Um,
you?
I think a big point too was if he becomes the VP, um, I think the lieutenant governor or who I don't know who attorney general, who is it that replaces him? I don't know, but it would be the first native or indigenous person to be a governor. I
Oh,
think
Oh,
that's
that
interesting.
yeah. So that's kind of a big, another first or another like groundbreaking thing.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
She would assume the position should
That's a
he
good
vacate it.
transition of
Yeah,
power.
that'd be cool.
Bring the power
Uh,
back.
yeah, I'm here for all that stuff. I love it.
Yep.
Ye
Trying to let people know we're live.
Ferguson. I don't know. This is
What?
yeah, her last name.
Oh, I was like, that's not a singing topic.
Ferguson.
No.
What?
Ferguson.
I don't know. My internet hates me right now, so I can't even look up.
Oh. Let me tag
Say or
everybody.
any stick out to you guys? Parks, did you watch it?
Oh, Carl Brock's left. Hello?
I'm back.
Welcome back. Emily had a question for you, but Emily left. Did you hear it?
No, I missed it.
Any takeaways? I don't know what she said, so I can't even ask. But have you decided on who you're voting for? Are you voting? What's your stance?
My stance is that it's all bourgeoisie politics and serving capitalist interest.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still important to vote. So I'll be voting for the lesser of two evils, obviously.
Ugh.
And local all the way. Like that's what matters. Always and often.
That part. Yeah, that's the stuff that really matters and impacts your day-to-day life. So that makes sense. I said if Biden dropped out, that I would vote for whoever the Democrat is. So I guess I'm going to keep my word. I don't have any reason not to. So I will keep that word. Sorry, Jill Stein. It was you.
Yeah, I've given up on the idea of any third party ever doing any sort of change in
Mhm.
government, especially on the executive level. Even if Bernie would have won, I don't think he would have done a tenth of what he wanted to do, just because the gears and levers that turn in DC, like they're not going to allow that to happen. I mean, just look how much like Trump faltered in trying to get an administration running.
To get what? An administration
And
running. Yeah, but
yeah,
that's also Trump. He fired everybody twice. I mean, but he
no,
got
it's a political machine, and it has some levers that people that are outsiders, they don't really understand how that works.
outsiders like what? Like people who are in other professions or people outside of politics?
Outsiders, as in political powerhouses, like those who control the DNC or the RNC, you know.
Okay, outside of that.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Welcome back, Em.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
We had everybody popping out. Like everybody was gone. Like, what's going on?
I feel like
So what
StreamYard's
was your
tripping or
question to
something.
Carl Barks?
Dang.
You said something about takeaways or something? I forgot.
Takeaways.
M.
Oh, me? I was just saying, you know, if anybody had any comments or anything about the speech or thoughts.
I like the pettiness level. Like I thought that was great. He
Oh,
made
I got
them
a
look.
video for that.
Oh yes, that's perfect timing then.
Want to watch it? Should I play it?
Yeah.
He had
Yes.
jokes. That's what I like. So this is one of the funny ones. This one made me laugh.
Yeah, like petty with.
And I got to tell you, I can't wait to debate the guy. That is if he's willing to get off the couch and show up. So, you see what I did there?
So he's got jokes, and that's, of course, from his book, like Hillbilly Elegy. I guess he talked about humping the couch or something. So he's making fun of JD Vance.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
It's
JD Vance
funny.
wrote about this.
Yeah, I haven't read it, but from what everybody's talking about, supposedly he something in Hillbilly Elegy, the book that JD Vance wrote, something about him in the couch. I have no idea.
I gotta look this up.
Yeah, JD Vance of the couch.
And a dolphin.
Wait, what? No, come on. No, a couch, maybe. A dolphin, he should go to jail, prison.
Or what is it? I mean, it could be, who knows? Huh.
Couches, dolphins, and eyeliner. What? Debunking.
Or maybe it's fake. I don't know. Oh, the false rumor began. Maybe it's fake. I don't know. Too bad. It's real now. Ew. Ew. This is disgusting. So I guess it's fake. Somebody made it up and posted it on X and it just took off.
Oh, okay.
But that's unfortunate, you know? Because now people think that he's out there humping couches.
He doesn't deny it.
Yeah, well, so gross. But he is weird. I mean, we talked about this last week. That's like the catchphrase or whatever of the left, but it does it, okay, this is my question, I guess. We've seen the Trump show before. We've seen it 2 election cycles now. Now this is the 3rd. Does it feel different this time? Does it seem different to you guys? Yeah, it feels different to me. Like, I feel like we've seen it already so many times, and it's not having the same effect. And I think now that Biden has dropped out, like, it really does make Trump look like the old out of touch guy. Like, by comparison, you're the old guy talking about weird shit about sharks and electricity and the wind and like whatever he's going off about.
Oh my gosh, that National Association of Black Journalists. Oh my God. That was a mess. That was, he didn't even make any sense. And people still tried to spin that as a success.
Oh yeah.
And then they yanked him off the stage.
His whole group, they're rallying behind it as a win.
Yeah, they yanked him 30 minutes early.
Because they were able to get all kinds of misinformation out there. Yeah. And they can use clips out of context. They do that all the time.
That makes sense. The post-birth abortions, did you hear that one? Like, that was crazy.
They need to stop saying that stuff.
9-month abortions and all this. Yeah, he was saying all that stuff. A black job is anybody with a job. That doesn't even make sense.
So why call it a black job then? Just say jobs.
Yeah.
What is he talking about? Well, here's the thing. I mean, I've been talking with Humo offline about this, but another one of the attack points that's kind of pissing me off a bit is they're coming for Kamala saying she's not black. And that's what Trump was saying, that she decided to turn black somehow. But there's a lot of stuff on, the socials, and people are talking and they're saying that she's not actually black. So I don't know why people are saying she's black, because if you go back in her history, on her dad's side, there's a lot of slave owners. So she wasn't really black. Yeah. She's actually white, something like that. And it's, I think it's highlighting what we talked about last week. Yeah. I mean, black and white are saying this about her, but I think that's kind of proving my point. When we had Broken Traditions on about why it's important to teach history, because this is a huge, easy piece of history. Every American black person with ties or history to slavery is going to have a slave owner in their history. Like, that's just like
an American, and we did, as in North, Central, South, Caribbean American, like
anywhere the slave trade was, you know, like everywhere. And so that's that's just a stupid, like, okay, so Mo wondered if we were related at some point. So she
Oh,
sent me
yeah.
an ancestry kit. Okay. And so I did the ancestry. And I got my results. I printed them out. And I'm obviously half Filipino. So that's like the biggest 40% or more
Wow.
than 40%, like 50 something percent when you add all the little regions or whatever, China
Mhm.
and all that stuff. But the next biggest percentage is France. I'm French. My family, my dad's from Louisiana. But it's
Mhm.
like, that's obviously white. Like, where do you think that came from? Do you know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? Like, and so that's, if you look in anybody's history, any Black Americans history, you're going to find white slave owners. That's just
Mhm.
what it's going to be. And so I think that, they look really stupid and foolish trying to make these arguments without understanding the history and the obvious connection between why that's there and the fact that she is Black. So I don't know.
Dang, it was 50% Filipino and how much French?
14% French.
Oh,
And then it
okay.
breaks down Nigeria, Cameroon, Ivory Coast, Senegal, all these places.
Dang, you got all.
Yeah. So
But we're not related.
yeah. I mean, we may be, who knows? We got to look for these leaves or however this works. I don't know.
Yeah.
Aren't we all
Yeah.
like 30-second cousins?
That's nasty. Don't say that. That's so gross. Oh man.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll do an ancestry like, "Ooh, wait, this isn't a dating app."
That's nasty.
But you don't know, especially being adopted. It's interesting to
True.
see. Like,
True.
wow.
Who do we have in here?
Oh, we
Say
have
hi in the comments. Let us know.
welcome everybody. If you're here, drop your location in the comments. Say hi. Let us know where you're watching from. Would love to hear from you.
Yeah.
So, did you turn Black, M?
I do think we had, okay, so we do a podcast for the people here who don't know this. We do this
Yeah.
live show for fun, but we do have a podcast. Look for TGSTS on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. We did an episode with an old friend of mine, and we asked him a question about when he realized he was Black, because I think that there is a moment in your life when you are either confronted with race or you have a realization or like an oh moment, especially if
Mhm.
you are Black and grow up in a predominantly white neighborhood, or around other people other than other Black people, you're othering or whatever. Like, when did you
Yeah.
find out about that? And so I mean, I definitely had
Oh,
an
yeah.
awakening. I don't know when I turned Black, but I
Did you?
definitely had I turned Black in college. I turned Black in college. There we go. Yes. And someone turned me, but no, just kidding. No, I turned Black in college. I think because I was I think, when you go to college, you're exposed to a lot of things because you're out of your little bubble, and you're in an environment with many different types of people, religions, all kinds of things.
Mhm.
And so I think it just broadened my worldview and showed me who I was within that context.
Yes.
So yeah. So I turned Black then,
Okay.
and I loved it.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
Black forever.
When did you have like a moment where you were like, I'm gonna be
No,
Black today?
no, I just always knew I was Black. Like, I don't know if it's from seeing roots and stuff. Like, I don't know, but yeah, I always knew I was Black. Because and also Black people made fun of me.
Damn.
So,
Language of Horses. Hi. Welcome.
ooh, language of horses. Love it.
Yeah, I don't know.
So yeah. When did you realize you were a dog, Carl Barks?
Oh my
About 2
gosh, I
years ago.
cannot. Are you a black dog?
I see some black in this picture.
He's mixed. He's a
I'm
mixed race dog. I don't know. I still can't believe he said that at NAJB. I like.
It was a dog
I don't.
whistle.
I just can't. I like.
Oh yeah, what's the dog whistle again? I forgot. Like a secret
Yeah,
kind
let's
of.
ask the dog.
Yeah.
So a dog whistle is a like they have different pitches and they're used to train dogs off the
And
pitches.
only dogs can hear them, right? Isn't that
No.
kind of?
You can as a human you can hear them too,
Hmm.
but they're just like different pitches. You train the dog off a pitch,
Mhm.
and that dog obeys commands or understands what to do when it hears those things. So dog whistle in like racist terms or bigoted terms is saying something that sounds normal to everybody else, but to the dogs, those who know, they hear what it actually means.
But this didn't even sound normal though. This was like, I don't know if this is a dog whistle. This is just blatantly like ignorant. Like to be like, oh, she was always Indian, whatever, you know,
Yeah.
however he talks. And then she just turned black. Like who, what? I don't know.
Yeah, what's that supposed to mean? What kind of message is that? Or yeah, I don't
Or
know.
just
That
because
was
just because you as an outsider didn't understand her ethnicity or her race or whatever, doesn't mean that she changed. You just didn't know her. Like
yeah.
I mean,
She went to
I don't know.
Howard. She was in AKA historically black sorority.
Uh-huh.
What was he seeing that where she I don't get it. Like she obviously has two sides, but she's always been black, I think. So
Yeah.
did
And then
she
they
ever
share
respond?
oh, I don't well they keep sharing this video of her cooking with Mindy Kaling.
Yeah.
Like that's supposed to be like proof of their claims
Right.
or something.
She
Because she
just
does
said,
say, yes, I am Indian. Yeah, you are. She is.
she
You
said that
know,
look like 50% of my family.
like
Like she
half of my family.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what she
They,
said.
they were also saying that she's anti-Semitic because she's like had that whole speech where she was okay. She tolerated the protests. She understood where they're coming from, and yet like she's married to a Jewish man,
Yeah, I was gonna say, husband.
Make it make sense. Like these attacks aren't landing. Like you can't.
No,
Like they're struggling. It's gonna be very hard.
they're
And I'm
weird
here
and
for it.
creepy.
They're weird. They are weird. They are weird. It's yeah, I don't know. But the racial stuff, I don't know why that just gets under my skin. It like pisses me off so much.
Yeah.
I think I can relate to that. I mean, I can relate. Like I'm half Filipino, half black, and I feel like if I say I'm Filipino, I can say that. If I
Yeah.
say I'm black, I can say I can be. You
Yeah.
can be both. You can be both.
Exactly.
You know, that's
I'm nodding my head in agreement.
yes. Thank you, Karl Barks.
Look at you. You're both
And it's really rich, or I don't know the word. I'm sure there's a lot of other 4-letter words or something I could use, but for a man like Donald Trump to think he can tell America what she is or who she is, like who are you? Like who are you?
That's the biggest thing. Like it's one thing for like anybody to say what she is, but like for an old white man, like no.
to a room of black journalists too.
Yeah.
Like you're
Yes.
bold.
Yes.
You are bold. Oh my gosh. But then they had to come save him though, because they started talking Project 2025 and they were like, oh, gotta go. And they ran him up out of it quick.
But they asked him, they said, is JD Vance ready on day one? And he goes on to talk about how JD Vance is not the person that people vote for. People vote for president. I'm like, that's not what they're asking.
Yeah.
They're going to care if something happens to you. Like, is
Especially
he ready?
since you're old.
Yeah.
78 years old. It's different. This is hitting different. For sure. Yeah, well, you know what? Language of the Horses said Trump for prison 2024. Like his sentencing is coming around. If those motions don't go their way, because I think they're trying to like vacate the decision or whatever based on whatever SCOTUS just said about presidential immunity. If it doesn't, then Judge Marchand is going to be, deciding his sentence in September. So he may, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. So that's going to be
Mhm.
interesting too. That's a month away.
There has been one other person that ran for president from prison.
Oh, really?
Who?
Dang.
I forget what his
Well, he
name
didn't win.
was, but he was
Whoever it
the president of the Democratic Socialist, and it was like
Oh.
1910 or something like that.
Ah.
Dang. Well, it didn't work out for him. So
He was a legit political prisoner, unlike Trump.
Oh,
I don't
dang.
know. His supporters go hard for him. It's crazy.
They're
It's wild.
mesmerized. You watch those interviews like from the Daily Show and the satirical interviews that they have with Trump supporters. It's scary.
And I like those because I think they're hilarious. But it's scary to see how little they know. And I think Mo, you can relate to this too, because of our backgrounds, our education and stuff. But for people to be so angry and so vocal about the Constitution and not understand the Constitution is like
Mhm.
is frustrating. It's just frustrating. Like, and how quickly they are so eager to defend him. When if the shoe was on the other foot, they'd be willing to imprison Biden or impeach
Yes.
Biden. But
That's what I
it's
love.
great.
I love when they catch them in those and being hypocritical and they can't defend themselves. I love
Yeah, like Obamacare versus Affordable Care Act. Like they
Yeah.
didn't know those were the same things. They're Affordable Care Act sounds great. Did you know that's Obamacare?
That's
Oh,
big.
Obamacare's bad.
Like
Yeah, wild.
people
So,
are crazy.
It's crazy, and they have a lot of young people at the rallies that are just really uninformed, but they're just repeating
Mhm.
talking points and rhetoric.
Like a
So I
cult.
don't
It's
know.
like a cult.
Yeah, that's what people are
It
saying,
is
that it's cult-like.
Yeah.
very much a
Yeah.
cult.
And
How
they're
do you break into that though? How do you bring information? Can you? How do you break that up? How do you present
That-
information and save people from I don't know, save people from the cult?
I
How
don't
do you
know.
do
I
that?
know a lot. I
the
follow
de-
a bunch of Black Trump supporters and no,
deprogramming is the $1 million question, or I should say the $1 billion question now, because $1 million is nothing nowadays. But yeah, I feel like everybody wants to know. Everybody wants to know
100.
how to deprogram people from being mass propagandized. The world would like to know.
They do with Scientology. Like, so we got to talk to like Leah Remini or whatever her name is, or
Mhm.
whoever, all these people who fall out of Scientology. Like, how?
Yeah. But if you look at them, like all of them, like it takes their own breakthrough. Like they have to have a
Mhm.
breaking point where they lose trust in that authority to
Mhm.
give up from it.
Yeah. Yep. It's not
'Cause
like
what's
they're
gonna
just
happen? What's gonna happen when he dies? He's 78 years old. So then what happens? Who are they gonna like? Where do they go? Because it's not a movement. It's they're like worshiping a man.
Mhm.
So like,
They
what do
might
they
have a
do when he's
revolution.
gone?
They'll have a revolution or something. They'll have another January 6th.
I honestly think it's just the falter of like American thinking in general. Like we're just really too short-sighted. Like everything is only 2 to 4 years away.
Mhm.
You look at other developed countries and they're planning decades ahead.
Yeah.
Even our businesses are looking for the next fiscal year. They're not worried about
Yeah.
And that's
projected
why it's so
planning
volatile.
decades away.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem with climate also, is that a lot of people, especially people on the right, can't see past right now to see
Mhm.
what is happening and what we're doing to our planet for our children in the future. And that's why they, they're more worried about money and right now instead of
Mhm.
thinking ahead. And that's why they don't want to deal with it, because who cares?
So when I was in school, I don't know if this is still the case, but we talked about supervening social necessity. Basically, things exist, but through the government, but the public may not be able to experience it until there's an extreme need. Like there's some kind of need that outweighs the need for it to be a secret. And I'm like, when is that going to happen again? Like, the example I think is cell phones or something, like stuff like that. And so when is that going to happen again? What is out here that's innovative? We have AI, we have, I don't know, AI, I guess is the biggest thing right now. What's going to innovate? Like what's going to make people, ooh, it's storming here. You hear that?
It's
Yeah, it
raining,
is.
really?
Yeah, it's
We
storming.
needed it.
It's probably humid. I don't know. You said AI, and it made me think of like one of the interviews I saw recently where he
Was
and
it fake?
Trump and JD Vance were talking about AI, and he was saying that AI uses more electricity. It requires more electricity to use AI than anything else. So AI is going to
It
be,
does.
but just, it was just really weird. And then I don't know if you've seen, I'm sure you guys have seen all the photos and stuff that have been out, like Black women supporting Donald Trump. Yeah. And it's not even Donald Trump's face. And
Yeah,
it's like the
I
same,
think
the
Fran
same,
is
yeah,
crazy.
it's nuts. And so I think this is something that maybe it happened last time, because I think they used Biden's voice on a robocall once, and that was like, oh my gosh. But now AI is everywhere. And so you don't even know, it's really hard to decipher what's real and what's not. You're getting
Yeah.
that video of Kamala Harris with, that Elon Musk tweeted or whatever, X'd or whatever you call it.
Which
So
one?
there's a lot, like the one that has her voice or the AI generated
Oh
voice
yeah,
over
the
it.
Kamal. Yeah. Wait, what was
Yeah.
it?
She
It
pronounced
was
her
like
name incorrectly. She was talking about
Kamal. And I
senility.
was,
Yeah.
I stood for that one. I got
Yeah.
duped.
Ooh,
Hi,
congrats.
William Carbajal. Congrats on what?
Okay. Yeah, but I think AI is going to play a role this time around, and I
It
don't know
played a
what
role
role.
last time with the bots and all that. So I
Yeah.
don't know.
I mean, we got them again this year. I do think that one of the things that I think is amazing is I think that the people working for her, she's got her social media team. They're on point. Like their
Yeah.
TikTok game is on point, their Instagram game. Like as soon as somebody says something, there is a TikTok with a little snippet. Trump says something dumb, boom, it's on there. Like
Oh,
something
wow.
good happens.
Okay, I
Like
gotta
they are so fast, so fast. Yeah, she has a great TikTok account.
Mhm.
And I think that shows, it reminds me of Obama in the sense that he was probably one of the first to be on social media and to do like the younger late night shows and things like that. And I feel like if you want to reach people, you have to go to where they are. And I don't know if Trump has young people on his team, but their presence is not the same. Like
Yeah.
they're not good with the memes.
Mm-mm.
They're not out there, doing
Dry.
that stuff.
What
Yeah.
what was
Dry.
what was VP Harris's stance on TikTok and the ban a couple months back?
Oh
I'm really
yeah.
curious to know that.
I don't even
Oh
know.
yeah.
I don't know.
Let's see. Because she's using it. I was thinking about that too the other day because that's coming up. Wasn't that delayed until November or something?
Oh, of course. So after elections,
Oh, that's smart. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
I don't know. The first thing that comes up is an Axios article that says Harris campaign embraces TikTok as efforts to restrict app sputter along. I don't know.
It says that she doesn't. That the Biden administration doesn't want to ban TikTok despite backing a bill that would force sale.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I guess everybody can change their mind once if somebody from TikTok decides to pay towards their campaign, as was the case with Trump. Isn't that what happened with Trump?
He
That
just
guy came to
got gifted
Mar-a-Lago.
the Cybertruck. Yeah.
That's insane. But also, I think the dude, somebody who either was like a major investor or part owner of TikTok came to Mar-a-Lago to talk to him and invested, I don't know how much in his campaign. And then because Trump wanted to get rid of it too until he
Oh,
got money.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now he's all for it. And then I haven't looked into it, but there's some drama, could be legal problems, but Trump received, I don't know how many millions from the president of Egypt or somebody from Egypt. Have you guys heard
ooh,
about
I
this?
did see that.
no,
Yeah.
about that. Let me look.
So you're not supposed to be getting money from foreign
Right?
peoples.
Well, they
You can't even
they
get a
just there was just that New Jersey senator who got arrested, I think, for taking money from Egyptians.
What's Egypt trying to do?
right? 10 million cash withdrawal. Whoa. For his 2016 campaign. Wow.
I don't know. Something about this campaign is hitting different. And I feel like, I mean, if you're in his camp, you're for him, great. If you're not, you're seeing it. You're seeing like it's getting real crazy. It's wild, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Supposedly people who are in his camp are defecting. So we'll see. See what happens on Judgment Day, Election Day.
I'm really curious though about the Blacks for Trump stuff and all that stuff. Like I'm how you say you follow a lot of people who are in that lane or whatever.
Broken
I mean,
tradition.
are there but does that seem is he pro Trump really? I don't know because I don't see that. And then and I the people I do see that post stuff are like I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
When I lived in Trump country, a lot of the people who had the Latinos for Trump and Blacks for Trump signs, they weren't those people, So
Were they
like,
white?
yes.
Dang.
So like, whenever I see those kind of things, I always think that it's not. And I gotta say, the Whites for Harris was white.
I was on that call. The white dudes. I watched that call because they were live streaming it on TikTok or whatever. So I've been watching all the calls. I couldn't get on that first call, that first Sunday, Mo.
Oh, same. I didn't even
the black
try.
woman-
Not on the
I
California one.
tried, and it was closed out. So every other call, the Latinas for Harris, like all the other calls that I could watch that they would live stream and share, I've watched, and it's pretty cool. I mean, you had some great speakers. Everybody's getting really, pumped up and excited.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can keep the momentum. 91 days, that's not a long time. So if
Not
we
at
can
all.
you can just maintain, should be good. I don't know. 91 days.
Mhm.
Coming
Just
soon.
me calling it, but I feel like the Trump train has ridden already. It pulled up in the station long ago. It's done.
You think so? I hope
I
so.
do.
You never know. I don't trust
But I
people.
don't think that's the end. I don't think that's the end of it. I think Kamala will win. Because I don't know. But I felt this way in 2016 also. So I don't trust myself.
Mhm.
But I don't know what's gonna happen after she wins. Like what
Insurrection too.
yeah, like what's gonna happen? Because these people are unhinged.
Yeah. They already think he was robbed in 2020.
Yeah, I don't know. And he's already laying the groundwork for like, this election's rigged and it's, whatever. So who knows what he's got up his sleeve to fake electors somewhere or some kind of something. I don't know. I don't know.
Hey. Nothing.
Adriel. What do you mean nothing, Ronald Williams? Nothing's gonna happen?
Hey, Adriel.
Yeah, can we go back? That would be great. Can we go back to just normal? Like, hey, we had an election. The person who lost concedes and it has like a respectful speech, and we go about 4 years and then we try again. Like, I forgot what that's like. Like, what?
Yeah.
Because even Hillary didn't do that. You know what I mean? So as soon as Donald Trump showed up on the scene, everything went out the window. The last time I think we saw that was McCain? I mean, who ran against? Oh, Mitt Romney. That was the last time.
Dang,
that you
yeah,
saw that.
Yeah,
dang.
Mitt Romney had
Um,
the walk of shame with Trump.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. So it's been a while since we've seen like maturity and like just
Mhm.
respectful, I don't know, just respectful treatment of each other, people. Now we
Yeah.
got the Marjorie Taylor Greens and the bad built Butch Blunt,
Yeah.
whatever.
All the
You
talk.
know, what are we doing? What
Yeah.
is this?
I
Insults.
do gotta say that the mask off politics does make more people aware, though.
Yeah. It's like WWE. Like people want to see it. Even
Mhm.
if it's fake or it's for show, like people are tuning in.
Yeah,
So, and that's why they do it. Because tuning in means, oh, I'm invested, I'm going to give more money.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's crazy. Crazy. I love it though.
Yeah, it's getting juicy.
I like this pick though. I didn't
Yeah.
know who he was until
Yeah.
today, to be perfectly honest, but from what I've seen, it seems legit. He seems like a cool guy.
Yeah, seems like a cool way to get more people on Kamala's side. Yeah, that's a fact too.
Yeah.
Nothing will happen with the people. He'll try to say he won, then take it to the Supreme Court, hoping they will bless him. They are his loyalists.
What do you think SCOTUS will do? What do you think? Like I wonder because
They would
I
say he's
feel like they'll say he's president. Well, because we've had this before with the hanging chads and stuff
yeah.
like that, like where a court has really decided who the president was.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I just wonder, why can't we just have elections? Why?
maybe it's time that Biden stacks that court right before he leaves office.
He needs to do some stuff.
His little code of conduct. Term limits.
He needs to do some stuff. Like I mean, okay, so he brought the prisoners home. Whatever the trade was, I'm not sure. I don't know who they got back or whatever. But he did bring some people home from Russia.
Oh, yes.
Prisoners from Russia. And I think it's odd that Trump congratulates Putin on that, and the people at his rally are like, "That's fine."
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
They're on board with Putin being a Trump supporter. I don't think they're
That's
mad at
crazy
him.
to me. That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's just wild. But he's
They
got
like
he's got 91 days or
strong-
however many days. He needs to do some stuff.
They like that strong authoritarian leader.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. So much for loving the Constitution then, I guess. You know?
Mm.
What else would you like to see Biden do? Well, he needs to do something about the Supreme Court.
Supreme Court.
I don't know.
Anybody with student loans get a student loan email today talking
I
about
did.
Yeah,
I got
said
it.
I'm not opting out. No, I'm not opting out. If you want to be radical, take that debt off my hands. Reparations.
Reparations.
Go out with a bang. Go out with a bang. And everybody's talking about, oh, I didn't pay for that's not fair to me. Nothing is fair. We're literally paying for things that we don't benefit from all the time. So
I think I'm also looking forward to now that I mean, once we have the convention and everything, I think we're finally gonna get into the nitty-gritty of like the policies and stuff. Cause I feel like for the past week and a half, 2 weeks, however long Kamala's been the presumptive nominee, there hasn't been much substantive conversation about her policies, what she thinks about like economic stuff or the border or like that type of thing. So I think over the next 91 days, and especially after the convention, like we'll get to really hear what it is that she is going to do or is looking to do instead of hearing Biden stuff, like
exactly
her stuff.
Well, they will try to give to him not really way. They are scared
Oh,
too. Joe will have to use his
power.
power then to save democracy. Okay.
I think I mean, I've seen Amy Coney Barrett reason in ways that I wouldn't have expected her to. And
Okay.
I don't think that she would be siding with like the Alitos and stuff on an issue of the election like this. Like I don't think that she's like, I don't know. I just don't see it.
Yeah.
But who knows? That's a scary place to even have that before the court.
Oh. So. Hey D.
Hey D. Welcome. Yes, Magnum VA. Harris Walz 2024. Okay.
Yes. Let's see.
The window to the walls.
To the walls. That's what Joy Reid said that. Oh, the window to the walls. I'm sure he's heard that so many times.
Right? And the Harris Walz. Like it sounds like a dance.
Harris Walz. They need to get their merch together because it doesn't look cute. Oh my gosh. Majority belongs to Trump. Yeah. So I mean it's gonna be, pop the popcorn and let's see what happens. And then also we talked about it last week too, but the October surprise. There's always something that comes up in October. And so I'm kind of excited and I'm kind of scared to see what that is. Shoot, he could be sentenced. Trump may just be going away to jail. Who knows?
And then what?
JD Vance would be up for, I don't know.
Geez, like that's the scary part.
Vance in the couch, 2024.
F your couch.
I feel bad for his wife, and I probably shouldn't. I don't know why.
I feel like
I just.
This is the perfect Halloween costume. You know how they were doing the D in the box with the Saturday Night Live? They should do a couch. And instead of the box, have a couch and be dressed as Vance. That needs to go.
Ronald Williams. Ronald Williams, that's a good point. He's trying to act like he doesn't know what Project 2025 is, but he's already set it in motion.
Yeah,
he did. And you know what? It's not just Supreme Court. It's all up and down, all the federal judges. So he's been doing the work. Yeah, for sure.
Protecting himself, his assets, his family, all that stuff. He knows what he's doing.
For sure. So I hope that whatever Biden has said has some teeth. Like I hope that there is some accountability for these judges. And I hope that somebody comes in and checks Eileen Cannon's ass too, because I don't know she's been able to. She is the judge that was on the Jack Smith documents case in Florida. She,
the one that dismissed it.
Yes.
Oh wow.
They're going to bring that back up, I'm sure. But it's and
it's so obvious. And like what happened with the Supreme Court justices like Clarence Thomas getting vacations and all this stuff? Yeah, nothing's been done about it. That's unethical. Yeah, that's unethical.
Well, they just ruled that they can do it.
It's like a tip or something, right? They said it's a gratuity, like a tip. It's not a bribe.
Yeah,
like they're allowed to receive gratuities or something, which is ridiculous. Oh, okay. Okay, Ronald, go off. Shoot.
Yeah. Yeah. I need her to be more specific. So
I think she will after the convention. I just think right now she's just trying to get donations and get people hyped.
As vague as possible.
Yeah. This better be a good she has to have a good convention. That's
Yep, that part, snow job. So you can
excuse me?
Like
what you say?
Like a snow globe where you just have all this snow in your face trying to distract you from what's in front of you. Well,
But
D
MAGA,
is
yeah,
on
I don't like her, but
the
Harris Walz is better than Trump Vance. That is true. That is true. Whew.
well,
Hopefully, and you know what? It's also shown. I've seen people talking about it that Harris at the top of the ticket has kind of increased enthusiasm for Democrats down ticket too. So that could be promising, I guess. Hopefully, we get people in Congress that can help her, enact all the things she'd like to get done.
mhm.
Yep.
And if not, needs to have a strategy to figure out how to get it done, regardless, like Trump.
There's that one, I sent it to you and I should have uploaded it so that we could watch it, but she did say something about she's giving Congress in her first 100 days, she's giving them 100 days to get it's about guns.
Oh,
100 days to get some sort of comprehensive background check, and she wants a ban on assault weapons within 100 days. And if they don't do it, she's going to take executive action and get it done herself.
wow.
And so I thought that was one of the boldest things that she said thus far. So that's like a concrete plan that she has 100 days to get a bill on my desk. If you don't, I'm going to do it myself.
I think that's a bit too bold.
I don't care. For me, like, okay, so this is my, like, I'm a mom of
Thanks,
3
Ronald.
kids. And I think in that clip where she talks about that, she's talking to a whole bunch of college students, kids, I would say, because I'm old enough to be their mom. But like, she's talking to a bunch of college kids and she says, how many of you have been in elementary school, middle school, high school, even in college, and you've had to learn how to act in a active shooter drill, or how to hide, or where to go, or what to do? And they all raise their hands. And like, as a mom, that's fucking terrible. Like, I've never had to do that. And my daughter has been in a lockdown situation. And I was there to pick her up from kindergarten. The principal was out there whispering in our cars, like, the school's locked down. You can't get out of your car. You can't go get your daughter. And so for me, like, this is just unacceptable. And I know people are single issue voters sometimes. And if I were to pick an issue, that would be my fucking issue. Excuse me. That would be my issue. Because I don't think that our children should be living or growing up in a world where this is reality. And so I like that she took that stance. I like that she was bold with it. We did have an assault weapons ban under Clinton. And I think it's possible to do it again. She's proposed a buyback plan for assault weapons. So these AR-15s that are the most popular guns used for these pew-pewings. And I support that 100%. As a gun owner, we own guns. You know what I'm saying? So
Clarence got flagged for something else yesterday. What? I didn't see.
what else did he do?
Let's see.
But
News.
I agree.
behold.
I definitely think that we need background checks, and there needs to be some sort of database. Like, I'm all for owning whatever kind of weapon you want, whether that be an assault weapon or just a hunting rifle or whatever, but like, there needs to be some sort of rhyme and reason behind owning that, and like mental health checks, like, periodically, not just yearly. Like, if you're going to be arming yourself with these kind of weapons, there needs to be a legit background check.
But I don't know. I feel like there should be, but then I don't know what that would do, because half of the people, it's always like that. Nobody expected it. That was such a quiet person, probably with no.
Or it's their kids. It's their kids that got their guns. Like, they're not. There needs to be, like, because there's some people out there, and I think a lot of them are Trump supporters. I'm just gonna say it, that I have one in my family who is literally hiding guns around the house. They don't have kids in their house, but they've got a handgun in, like, the pantry, hidden behind a box of cereal. They got like, who is coming to your house? Why are you afraid? Like,
I know people with kids
we have a
like
gun safe.
that.
That's crazy. We have a gun safe. It's locked up. It's like, ain't nobody getting in there. Like, but if you have a gun under your pillow and you have a gun here, and you, like, what life are you living? That you think someone's going to come
Civil
in your
War,
house and you got to be able to, what's that?
Civil War, like Magnum
Yeah,
VA
I
said,
mean,
people are
that's
expecting
crazy.
civil war. They're ready to get up in arms over if Trump doesn't win. So
And that's what they've said. They said it would be what is it, a civil war. It'll be bloodless if the left allows it. I forgot who said that. Somebody
so
said that. And that's crazy. But I think it's also crazy to assume that liberals don't own guns.
yeah, definitely
Wild.
liberals own guns.
That's
Well, there you go. You got
ridiculous.
Walz. So there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely agree with Ronald Williams. Like, there's definitely going to be people that harm others, but when I mean, you look at England, what happened recently, like there was just the stabbing where a couple people got stabbed, and
Mhm.
then before that there was an incident where somebody with a crossbow killed 3 people. Like, you don't need weapons to kill, like an assault weapon to kill people, but
Yeah.
these assault weapons are obviously weapons of mass destruction, you know,
Yeah.
like
And that's our problem here is mass.
yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty ironic that America placed last in the Olympics for shooting though.
That's valid. Wow.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
That part inheriting guns, stealing, like, yeah, you need a
wild.
permit, but if you're stealing it from mom and dad in the pantry, because
Yep.
they're waiting on a civil war.
I think there's a lot of people who are Second Amendment enthusiasts who feel like there shouldn't be any restriction on their Second Amendment rights. And I think that is, again, an ignorant view of the Constitution and completely I don't even know. It just doesn't make any sense. There are no rights that we have that are completely unrestricted, like just free. You're not completely free. And if you own a gun, you should want people to be responsible with it. You can't just be out here with bazookas and crazy shit. Like, that's not like, what are you doing? That to me is wild. Like, what are you doing? So I don't know.
I'm going
I
to
don't
be
know.
blasphemous here and just say that the Constitution is old and needs to be
Yes,
updated. And
I agree
like
with you.
we
That's
we
not
are
blasphemous.
worshiping the words from people 200 years ago that were just men. Like,
It's like
they
a
weren't.
Bible, I feel like they try to make it as.
We're the only
I
country that has a constitution this old.
Yeah. I took a seminar course when I was in law school about it, I don't know, but we had to read some old ass stuff. And Thomas Jefferson said that every generation should have a
Yep.
new constitution or a new
Let
and
the
I
blood.
think and I take the idea that every generation we're kind of ratifying or re-accepting the Constitution by not changing it.
Mhm.
But I do feel like sitting here taking, especially if you're going to have SCOTUS, who's like strict, whatever, what do you call it? Strict construction, or what do you call it?
Mhm.
They read it word for word, literal, whatever. They're not reading it
Constitutionalist,
today.
yeah.
Constitutionalists, whatever. You can't read it that way, I feel like, because those people, they didn't live in a world that's got the guns that we have today. They don't live in a world that's got technology like we have. They owned slaves, for crying out loud. Women didn't have the right to vote. Like, they couldn't have fathomed the world we live in today. So how could they have created a framework that would sustain society in 2024? Like, they could, I mean, they had some good rules, not to say that we scrapped the whole thing, but I mean, come on, people.
We actually had the chance under FDR to have a new deal, or it was a new Bill of Rights that him and his wife drafted up. And that is actually the constitution that a lot of countries post World War II adopted.
Mm. But it's blasphemous for you to say that. Like, how dare you?
Mm-hmm.
How dare you? Yeah, I'm okay with everyone and you got to put the gunpowder in and pack it in,
Mhm.
We wouldn't have mass shootings. Everybody could run out to school. Like, they'd be safe if you had a musket or a bayonet or something, Yeah. That's wild. A musket.
Oh, we have MF Doom in the house.
Yeah, it's a different world.
Who? What's going on? Okay, I never would have thought I would see people storming our Capitol. A civil, yeah,
Never.
that's the thing. Like it could possibly happen. Yes.
And the wildest part to me is that people are acting today as if that didn't happen. Like we didn't all just sit in front of the TV looking at that with our mouths open, like what the hell is happening right now?
People
And now they're like, oh no.
It was a false flag from Antifa, right?
Yeah, or that it was just people on a tour, or that the cops were letting them in. Like, I remember watching that. It's almost like a 9/11 moment, even though, I mean, 9/11 was obviously like a bigger event, but it was like, you remember that. You remember turning on the TV or whatever and seeing the images of people climbing the walls like crazy zombies or whatever. Wild. And now we're just going about life like that didn't happen, and that the guy that's running for president again wasn't in charge of that whole thing. Like, that's crazy. Crazy.
Trump amnesia, valid. Yeah, that's crazy.
It's
Scary.
okay. I have all the videos.
Yep. Karl Marx.
Save them all.
I mean, it's crazy to me.
Yes.
And where's Mike Pence? He needs to grow up here and like be more
Where
vocal.
is
Like,
he in
dude
seclusion or
tried to
something?
kill you. Like, what's happening?
Yeah, he's probably hiding for his life right now.
Yeah.
Kamala needs to speak on that too. She was there, right?
She is. Her
was
campaign
ascending
is
at the time,
going. Her campaign's going as the prosecutor in chief, basically.
But I would have that. I would have images of that all over the place. I'd be like, look what he did. Like, I'd replay McCarthy's interviews where he was scared and he was, Mr. President, please do something. All that would be all over everywhere.
Walz deep.
Walz deep. You win. Ben Holden, you win. Walz deep. Walz deep. Oh, thanks for the subscription. Yay, subscribe. Awesome. Yeah, Walz deep. Walz deep. But yeah, I don't know. This is a big day though. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't know who Tim Walz was till today.
Yeah.
To be honest.
It's our
Honestly,
American
the best choice that Democrats have made in a long time.
Yes, they're thinking strategically. I'm getting excited now a little bit because it's like finally people are thinking, like period.
Playing chess. Stop playing checkers. Start playing chess.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any final thoughts?
I mean, I'm just excited to see what happens. Excited to see what's going to happen this week so that next Tuesday we got some more stuff to talk about.
Right? Who knows what's going to happen this week? Crazy.
A lot can happen in a week. So, yeah, and I'm excited for all the people who've joined us tonight. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us indeed. And all the new people, love to see you here. Please subscribe if you haven't already and like the video, like this live. We really appreciate you. And we are here every Tuesday at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. So come on back. And if you're bored, check out our old episodes. We have old episodes, old lives you can check out. So let us know what you think in the comments.
Oh, Taylor Swift. Yes, Ben Holden. That's a big one. Wait till Taylor Swift drops an endorsement.
Oh, you think she will? I think she's getting close.
For Harris. Swifties for Harris is a group. And they're cat ladies too.
Yeah.
You know like, don't mess with the cat ladies.
Yeah,
Swifties
don't mess.
for Harris. It's exciting. I'm excited.
Next time, Adrielle, we're on at 8:30 all the time. So that's the time. All right, y'all.
All right. Well, it's been fun. Good night, everybody.
Cheers.
Yeah.